I was reading Second Peter last year, and I was thinking about towards the end of the letter where he talks about how the whole world is going to be burned up and melted down, to sort of purge it and purify it to prepare it for the world to come, the new heavens and the new earth. And sometime after reading that, I was walking on the Upper West Side of Manhattan on Broadway, and I just stopped and looked up at the buildings that were surrounding me, and I just imagined them becoming red hot and starting to melt down into magma. And look out your window right now and look at the street that you're on or the neighborhood that you live in, and just imagine that happening. You know, the whole thing burning and liquefying into lava. The room that you're sitting in starting to burn and fall apart and either become incinerated or liquefying. That is actually going to happen at some point, potentially within our lifetime, perhaps while the judgment is taking place after Jesus returns. Perhaps while we're being judged, he will be, burning the world up and preparing it for the world to come. So I think that's kind of a big deal, and that it deserves and requires a much more urgent and radical and dramatic response to Jesus than what we see happening in most churches today. I don't think really most professing Christians are anywhere near the kind of devotion and urgency that Jesus calls us to, and that he died to secure in us. And in fact, a lot of them are trying to secure a comfortable life, a quality of life that is much higher than necessary, trying to get into a really nice house or trying to move up in the world. And it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to do that in a world that's just going to melt and burn. That's kind of like, trying to get a nice suite on the Titanic, or trying to get a better office in the World Trade Center in the spring of 2001. It's kind of a futile endeavor. But a lot of people who know intellectually that Jesus is coming back are doing that and wasting a lot of time and money and energy. And if you're someone who thinks that's not a good idea, please check out the podcast that is on the screen, and let me know what you think, and let me know if you want to talk.